There are countries you visit, and then there are countries that change you. Today, we journey to the southernmost tip of the African continent, a place so diverse that it's nearly impossible to describe in just one word. Some call it their Rainbow Nation because of its vibrant blend of cultures and traditions. Others come for the raw power of nature, where the laws of the wild still reign supreme. Whether you are seeking the profound silence of the desert, the adrenaline of world-class cities, or the poignant history that shaped the modern world, this country has it all. I've curated 10 locations that perfectly showcase why this land is often called a world in one country. We'll travel from hidden natural wonders to historic icons without skipping the legendary classics. Prepare for a journey that will stir all your senses. The Panorama Route. We kick off our journey in the northeast with the Panorama Route. This isn't just a road, it's a dramatic sequence of towering cliffs and dizzying depths. The crown jewel here is the Blyde River Canyon. What makes this place so special is that it's the largest green canyon on Earth. While the Grand Canyon in the United States is famous for its red rock, this gorge is draped in a lush, subtropical carpet of flora. Don't forget to stop at God's Window. On a clear day, you can look out over the Lowveld all the way to Kruger Park and even the border of Mozambique. Another fascinating stop is Burksluck potholes. These natural sculptures were formed by centuries of erosion, where swirling river water and pebbles ground perfect cylindrical holes into the bedrock. It's a geological masterpiece you won't see anywhere else on this scale. Hermanus. From the mountains, we head to the rugged coastline of the Western Cape to the charming town of Hermanus. Once a small fishing village, it is now globally recognized as the whale capital of the world. What makes Hermanus unique is the depth of the bay right near the shoreline. This allows massive southern right whales, which can weigh up to 60 tons to swim within meters of the rocks. You don't even need a boat to see these giants. A walk along the cliff path is enough to see them breaching. The town celebrates this natural bounty every year during the Whale Festival. One local icon you might encounter is the whale crier. He patrols the streets, blowing a kelp horn to alert tourists whenever a whale is spotted in the bay. It's a magical experience to see a tail fluke rise from the water while you're simply sitting on a bench enjoying your lunch. 8. The Drakensberg Mountains. For those who crave the raw power of the peaks, the Drakensberg Mountains are the ultimate destination. The Zulu name for this range is Ukalamba, which literally means barrier of spears. Looking at the razor-sharp peaks and massive basalt walls, you'll understand why. This area is a hiker's paradise and home to the highest waterfall in Africa, Tugela Falls, which plunges nearly a kilometer down in 5 spectacular tiers. But the Drakensberg is more than just natural beauty. It's a site of immense spiritual and historical value. In countless caves and rock overhangs, you'll find the largest collection of rock art in Africa, south of the Sahara. The Sand People recorded their daily lives, hunts, and religious visions here over thousands of years. Some of these paintings are surprisingly well preserved, giving you a humbling sense of standing where humanity left its mark millennia ago. 7. The Winelands. After all that action, it's time for some relaxation in the Winelands. The landscape around Stellenbosch and Franschhoek looks like a painting. Rolling green vineyards embraced by dramatic mountain ranges. The architecture here is truly unique. The whitewashed gables and thatched roofs of the Cape Dutch manor houses recall 17th century European influences, but with an unmistakable African flair. Franschhoek, which means French Corner, was founded by the Huguenots and is known as the culinary capital of the country. Here, you can hop on the famous wine tram, an open-air vintage train that takes you from one historic estate to the next. While sipping a glass of local pinotage, you'll learn about the complex soil that gives South African wines such a distinct character. It's the perfect place to slow down and savor the finer things in life. Six. Addo Elephant National Park. We head down to the Eastern Cape for an encounter with the world's largest land mammals at Addo Elephant National Park. Originally founded in 1931 to save the last 11 elephants in the region from extinction, it is now one of Africa's greatest conservation success stories. Today, over 600 elephants roam the dense thickets in massive family herds. What truly sets Addo apart is its incredible biodiversity. It is the only park in the world that hosts the Big Seven. Beyond the famous lion, leopard, buffalo, rhino, and elephant, the park extends into the ocean, including the great white shark and the southern right whale among its residents. It's a rare place where you can watch elephants drink at a waterhole in the morning and spot penguins and whales from a boat in the afternoon. 5. The Garden Route. The Garden Route is undoubtedly South Africa's most beloved road trip. Stretching about 200 kilometers along the south coast, it offers a constant change of scenery from dense indigenous forests to hidden lagoons and deserted beaches. A must-visit stop is the town of Knysna, famous for its lagoon connected to the Indian Ocean by two massive sandstone cliffs known as the Knysna Heads. For the adrenaline junkies, there's the Blokrands Bridge. Here, you can take the world's highest commercial bridge, bungee jump, a free fall of 216 meters. But even if you prefer keeping your feet on the ground, the route has plenty to offer. In the Tsitsikamma section, you'll find ancient forests where yellowwood trees have stood for over 800 years. A walk across the suspension bridge over the Storms River mouth is a sensory experience where you can literally feel the power of the waves thundering beneath your feet. Four. Robben Island. In the shadow of Table Mountain lies a small island with a heavy history, Robben Island. For many visitors, this is the most emotional part of their journey. For nearly 400 years, this island was used as a prison and a place of isolation. It is most famous as the place where Nelson Mandela spent 18 years of his life in a cell just 2 meters square, performing hard labor in the lime quarry. A visit to Robben Island is a lesson in resilience. The tours are often led by former political prisoners who share their personal experiences. They speak not only of the hardships, but also of the hope and camaraderie that eventually led to the end of a system that separated people by race in South Africa. The island stands as a symbol of the triumph of the human spirit over oppression. When the ferry returns to the Victoria and Alfred waterfront, you'll look at the freedom we often take for granted with completely different eyes. 3. Boulders Beach. Let's lighten the mood with a visit to one of the most charming spots on the peninsula, Boulders Beach. Located near Simonstown, this beach is home to a colony of African penguins. It's a surreal sight, these black and white birds waddling across white sands and sliding between massive granite boulders under the bright African sun. These penguins are also known as jackass penguins because of the donkey-like braying sound they make. While they look incredibly cute, you should keep your distance. Their beaks are razor sharp. Specially built wooden boardwalks allow you to get very close without disturbing their nests. It's one of the few places on Earth where you can observe this endangered species so easily in their natural habitat. 2. Kruger National Park. In second place, we find the ultimate wilderness experience, Kruger National Park. This park is an African icon. It is so vast that it encompasses landscapes ranging from dry savannas to dense riverine forests. Here, it's all about the Big Five. The thrill of turning off your engine and waiting in the total silence of the bush as a pride of lions crosses the road is incomparable. South Africa is unique because Kruger is highly accessible for self-drive tourists. You don't need to spend a fortune on luxury lodges to experience the magic. You can explore hundreds of kilometers of roads in your own rental car. A tip: be at the gate by sunrise. Not only is it the best light for your video footage, but it's also when predators are most active before the heat of the day sets in. 1. Table Mountain. And finally, we've reached the undisputed number 1, Table Mountain. This flat-topped mountain is the heart and soul of Cape Town. It is one of the oldest mountains on our planet, with rocks 6 times older than the Himalayas. When clouds spill over the edge of the peak, locals call it the tablecloth, a natural phenomenon caused by moisture-laden winds condensing as they hit the slopes. You can take the iconic rotating cableway, which zips you to the top in minutes while providing a 360-degree view of the city and the Atlantic Ocean. For the more active traveler, various hiking trails like Platyclip Gorge offer a physical challenge rewarded by an unforgettable sense of achievement. Once on the plateau, you'll feel like you have the whole world at your feet. It is the perfect conclusion to a journey through a country that truly has everything. South Africa is a country that steals your heart and never lets go. From the history of Robben Island to the wild spirit of Kruger, there is simply no place like it. Did you find this guide helpful? If so, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more travel guides to the world's most beautiful destinations. Is South Africa on your bucket list, or have you already been? Let me know in the comments which of these 10 places is your favorite. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next journey.